Hello everyone, I'm gonna demonstrate today about the shower. So whoever have a dripping shower head, that means the cartridge is bad. So I'm gonna demonstrate today how to replace the Kohler cartridge, which is GP876851. And also you're gonna need a little insert with a number 1060514. Okay, so how you start? You take a Allen wrench or Torx, and there's a little screw underneath here. So you're gonna unscrew that and then remove the handle first. And with the Phillips, you just unscrew the cover. You can use an electric drill, whatever you feel comfortable with. So I don't usually use in the water area the electrical drill. I just rather do the regular screwdriver. Okay, this cover is supposed to come off easily. Just put the screws in, just not to lose it. Okay, and next thing, okay, if you live in a building, okay, usually, if your shower valves are bad, so you gotta, contact your management, so they will help you with the shutting off in the building in the riser or whatever, what kind of a building you live in. If you have a single family house, it's easy, if your shower valves are not holding, just go to your basement or where your main valve is by the meter, just shut the water off. So I'm gonna try to shut the water from here because it's a building. Sometimes it's dark, you can use a flashlight, but for me, I still see it. Okay, looks like shower valves are good. So what I do before I remove the cartridge, just in case, because shower valves, they have those rubber gaskets sometimes, they get bad during the years. So meanwhile, when you work and trying to replace the cartridge, so it might, bore might shoot from the housing and can flood your unit. So before I remove that, I rather just prepare everything so I'll be able to replace it. Okay, there's two little screws. And there's two O-rings go into the pressure balancing valve. So what I do, I like just wet it a little, or you can use the greaser. It comes the greaser with it, and so it holds this O-ring into the place. And these new cartridges, they start to mark where the cold line is and where the hot line is. So it's supposed to say here cold. If it says cold, it's supposed to be on your right. So cold line will be on your right, and then the hot is going to be on your left, which doesn't say hot, but it says cold, which is easy. So the next thing, this one is prepared. The next thing, so I got everything prepared. So then I'm gonna start to unscrew the cartridge itself, but not all the way. just in case. As I said, you know, sometimes you never know, it might be, you know, water. Yeah, looks like it's fine. I'll just let the air, let's the air holding the water, so I just release some, you know, water from here, and now I can open fully. So there's a cover in the box, comes with it, so I never use this. I always use this cover because this is the original. It comes with the housing, because this one is better. So the thread, when you screw the cover up, it doesn't fit in here for some reason. I don't know why they do that. So that's why I never use the one comes in the box with it. I use always the one original. So now I'm going to remove the pressure balancing valve. And then, so this, make sure this O-rings came off with the pressure balancing valve, otherwise usually they get stuck. Just put your finger, you know, make sure they're out. So now the next step is, now I'm going to install the new pressure balancing valve. This is different than the old ones. So this is the old one. This is how it looks. It doesn't mark, they didn't mark where the cold line is, but this one they mark where the cold line is again. So cold always go to the right. So the O-rings are there. So you gotta make sure so it fits perfectly. Otherwise, you know, it might leak. So now it's good. So next step is installing the valve itself, and then this is the cover I was talking about. So the cover goes like this, and then what it says the Kohler, it's gonna be on the top, so like this. I'm gonna show you both ways. So, and you see this hole, it goes into this little piece of plastic comes off. It's gonna come out through this hole. So this red gotta be on the bottom. So that means it's in closed position. So this is the right way to install it. So you just put it in. You see that little plastic comes off? That means it's in place. So next thing what you do, you take those two screws. It came in the box. And then you screw the one side. And you screw another side. I go little by little, just make sure that it seals nicely. So the next step, there's a insert I showed you in the beginning. So if this one is damaged, so you can see this is damaged, broken, then what you do is just use a new one. So what I do, I just put this insert, the open part should face down like this. I'm gonna show it again. Here, you can see it. And then what you do, you just put it in, make sure it's straight, and then insert just stays there. The next step is you take a regular screwdriver and you restore the water from the shower valves. It doesn't matter which one first. It can be cold or hot, it doesn't matter. So if they're working good, it doesn't absolutely matter. So before I put the cover on, I'm gonna test the water. So okay, it's all good. It's working. So next step is just put the cover back on. And then just tighten with the screwdriver. As I say, you can use a electrical drill, or you can use an impact drill, whatever you have, or just a regular screwdriver. You have cordless on, you can use a cordless. Of course, it's going to be a minute faster, so I'm not in a rush. So I can just use a regular screwdriver. So the next thing I'm going to show you, that's the screw I was talking about in the beginning. This is the either like a Allen wrench or Torx. So I'm using Torx because it fits better. So I'm just putting this back in. And then just tighten. Not too tight because there's a plastic, you can break it. So that's more than enough. Okay, so all good. And yeah, if you have any question, I mean, I'll be glad to answer all your questions. Just, you know, subscribe to my channel. And if you have any question, just shoot me, you know, text, and I'll try to check my, you know, text like once every 2 days, and then I'll answer all your questions. Any plumbing and electrical, you know, feel free to contact me. Thank you.